welcome back to Anything Joe's, a collaborative journey through the world of G.I. Joe. My name is Greg Engel, and today we're going to take a look at two things that arrived on my doorstep today. First is the, as pictured here, Don Moreno Snake Eyes 2 Kotobukiya figure. This is a running series of anime-influenced figures that basically is very similar to the DC Bombshells line. It's primarily only the women. So without further ado, let's take a look at the box. Interestingly enough, so you see that the Lady J and Baroness figures, which are previous releases, are pictured on the side. This is actually the first time we've ever seen a Don Moreno file card, which I think is very interesting. Really clever nod to the original Snake Eyes file card on the bottom where her quote is at. That's something that's almost verbatim what they say about him on his V1 file card. And yeah, so this is a weird choice because it's actually the very first Don Moreno figure that we've ever gotten, so it's unusual that this is what they chose to start with, but this is what we have, so let's take a further look at it. Really great photography here on the side. Alright, so let's open this bad boy up and take a look at the insides. This is the unassembled version. She has two accessories that you have to plug in that I'll plug in here in just a second. She has a hand which holds a sword that rests on her shoulder blades, and then she has a sword that goes into that base. I'm not 100% sure why they chose a Cobra logo for her bases. Dawn is obviously a G.I. Joe. She is the new living embodiment of Snake Eyes, unless it's supposed to be some kind of throwback to like she's defeated a Cobra base and she's standing on a piece of the old, panel, or maybe a reference to the fact that she was in the Cobra Youth Squad before all the Snake Eyes stuff started up. Regardless, a very unusual choice. Here she is with the two accessories plugged in. You can see that sword is wobbling a little bit. I did have some trouble plugging it in. I didn't want to force it, especially at least not until the video's over, where I can break at my own discretion. But yeah, it's supposed to basically plug into a little groove there, and I didn't want to go too crazy with it. I actually damaged the Lady J in this series when I got it because I tried to push the hand into a specific way that I guess wasn't quite the right angle, and it bent it pretty severely. So I tried to take really extra special care with this figure. Anyway, this is it pretty much. It doesn't do anything. It just sits there and looks pretty. So yeah, without further ado, let's move on to the next thing on our list. The next thing that I had pre-ordered that showed up today was from a company or from a product line called Werk, which is a series of like novelty characters, what they're doing when they're not, saving the world. And in this particular example, the figure that they represented is everybody's favorite Snake Eyes. So here's what it looks like in the box. You can see that he has two interchangeable hands, which we'll take a look at when we get him out here in a second. There's some interesting branding. That star is like really prominently known with the more recently the Renegades board game, and there he's got the Rise of Cobra G.I. Joe logo on his little bathrobe. Can't really tell a whole lot about this because of the way it's packaged inside the box, but I wanted you guys to get an idea of just what it looked like. It was hard for me to get an accurate picture of this, but on his interchangeable hands, which we're getting ready to look at, he's holding a phone, and if you get right up close on the phone, you can actually see that he's calling Scarlet. Now, why a man who is mute would be using a phone at all is beyond me, but that's the Easter egg. Do with it what you will. So here he is outside of the box. You can see that he's got like a little bonsai tree and some scissors to kind of trim them with. He's wearing, I hope those aren't timber slippers. You can see he's got some scuffing, and then of course he's got his normal helmet on. I like that he has a bit of a there's like a dragon design that goes around his bathrobe, and of course that he has it. Even his bathrobes are printed with the Arashikage logo. Why wouldn't they be? You can see here that his hands are interchangeable, and the way they come out are actually magnetically locked, which I thought was really cool. It's you don't have to heat anything up, or you don't have to worry about breaking or forcing anything. They came in and out very, very easily. And then lastly, here's what he looks like with the other handset. They do kind of go together with the bonsai tree and the scissors. And then he's got his coffee mug that says #1 Ninja, and his phone, which we already covered, has Scarlet dialing in on it. Anyway, not a lot to talk about with these figures, but I thought you might be interested in getting a more close-up look at them. So I hope this helps. Thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to talking to you next time.